Hey, welcome to OddsJam TV. It's Bob and Mike and Randall and Steve. We're all here to make your sports betting and sports in general entertaining. We're brought to you by OddsJam, the premier odds comparison company. It's championship Sunday, guys, coming up, and I'm excited about it. Let's recap what everybody's done, though, throughout these playoffs so far. Steve is bringing up the rear at 2-8. Sorry, Steve. Not a very good week for you. Mike and Randall at 4-6. Mike had a very rough weekend, and I am leading the pack at 5-5 and probably going to win it all. Let's just face it. I know what I'm doing. And I picked the right games, man. I picked the right teams. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, 5-5 is still losing, so let's not get carried away here and brag about a 500 record, Bob.
Hey, remember, it depends on how many units you bet on each
game.
Yeah,
but none of these were money line plays.
I'm up units, baby. I'm winning. All right, so look, let's talk about what's going on with odds. I just want to say this real quick. I used OddsJam Live for the Tampa Bay game the other day. I picked up the Bucks at plus 12.5 and bet on them. And of course, they were down at 27-3, and I was sweating it. But obviously, they covered, folks. If you haven't heard about using the Positive VV, the live OddsJam, $9 a day, correct, Randall?
Yep, $9 a day.
You got to go there. It is fantastic. It will help you, and it got me right to a bet. I went to DraftKings. I nailed it. And by the way, I won every bet last weekend. So that I made. I did not take Tennessee. I took the under in that game. So let's go to the championship round. And we've got the Bengals. They used to be the Bungles at KC. The Chiefs -7. The over-under is 45. We're going to start off with Steve. Steve, what's your feelings on this game?
All right. Well, Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. They're going to win this game. Yeah, they're going to blow them out. The thing is, that defense has been pretty bad the past few weeks, obviously. I mean, that was the best game I think I've ever seen in any sport last week, especially when you're a Chiefs moneyline backer. But, yeah, so I'm going to be taking the Chiefs minus the points, small, but my big bet for this game is going to be Chiefs team total. It's over 30.5. I think they're going to be able to score at will, and that way you don't have to worry about a backdoor or the defense. Take that out of the equation. So that's my bet. So I'm going to try to make up some room here. So I'll be having multiple bets on some of these games. But
okay, are you going to pick the Chiefs against the spread or not?
Yeah, Chiefs -7, and
yes,
2-unit bet on team total over.
I'm with you 100% on that. I'm by the way, I'm next year. I'm going with the Chiefs. I told you guys they were going to the Super Bowl. I told you guys they were winning it all when we first started this show. I don't know how you can argue with an Italian guy like me. We're winning. Okay, the Chiefs are winning. They're going all the way. It's going to happen. Mike, what do you feel about this game, man? You got any insight?
I do, Bob. I mean, I want to touch on Kansas City's defense. You know, they were historically bad early in the year, but they got it going finally. And I think the fact that they're going to get Tyrann Mathieu back, I don't think there's any doubt he'll play this game.
Yeah.
What do you call that move?
That's the Honey Badger, baby. Which, by the way, if Josh Allen –
is that what Honey Badgers do?
If the Honey Badger –
I've never seen a Honey Badger go, woo!
Woo! If the Honey Badger was playing last week, Davis would have never had 4 touchdowns. Let's face it, guys. They exploited it because he was out of the game.
When did Gabriel Davis become Randy Moss, Bob?
Yeah, I know.
No kidding.
No, I mean, what? But it takes the Honey Badger to shut down Gabriel Davis?
No, he's a safety.
Come on now.
He's a safety.
So, listen, I look at this last matchup they had recently, and I take nothing away from that because Jamar Chase, as great as Jamar Chase is, love Jamar Chase. I think he's an awesome receiver, but he's not going to have 266 yards and 3 touchdowns again. Exactly. And I think that Kansas City, when you figure they were able to absolutely just shred the number 1 defense in Buffalo in like a minute 4 seconds, or they only had the ball for 30 seconds, and they had a touchdown, the field goal. I mean, there's no doubt that Kansas City's going to be able to do whatever they want at will offensively. And Joe Burrow gets sacked 9. Let me finish, Bob. Let me finish. Joe Burrow gets sacked 9 times last week. You think that Kansas City is not going to at least sack him 4 or 5 times? And don't you think Kansas City's going to put up more than 16 points? Come on. This is a no-brainer. Kansas City and the spread.
Absolutely. But
and my anytime touchdown score. Open yourself up a can of Pringles and sit back and watch the dude himself, Byron Pringle, get in the end zone.
Well, my anytime touchdown score is going to be Mr. Hilaire, Edwards Hilaire. Oh, yeah. LSU, baby. What about you, Steve? You got an anytime touchdown score?
Yep. So I'll take Kelsey over 72.5 yards receiving and Kelsey touchdown. Kelsey's had he's had over 100 in every game. I don't get why it's so low. He's unstoppable. Mahomes' favorite target. Kelsey, baby. Game winner.
I like that one a lot. Kelsey has been huge.
Let's face it, okay? I'm trying to speak up over Mike, though. Let's face it, the Buffalo coach blew the game last week. You squib kick, okay?
Yeah.
You squib kick. It's called old school football, folks. That's what we did back in the 70s. We'd squib kick. Doesn't take a genius.
Here we go.
Randall, what do you got, buddy?
Are you on the Chiefs, Bob? Have you made your pick?
Yes. I'm on the Chiefs big time.
Well, so I said when the Bengals played the Chiefs the last time, I said if these two teams meet again, I told Steve specifically, said it last week, that the Chiefs kicked their ass. The problem is every pick that we've all agreed on has lost. So,
true.
I lean to the Chiefs here. And actually, Bob, just in spite of you, I guess on the show, I'm going to say Chiefs -7. But I'm going to take the Bengals, but I'm hoping that the Chiefs do cover. I'm hoping that they don't, actually. I'm hoping with us 4 all being on it, we're wrong again, and the Bengals are in the Super Bowl. Bengals-Niners, baby.
Hey,
I'll tell you what, that is the Super Bowl matchup I'm rooting for, no doubt. Bengals-Niners, let's go back to the – you talked about old school football, Bob. Let's go back to the 80s, huh?
Yeah, I'm all for that. All right, Randall, anything with positive EV plays or any kind of props or player props or anything with OddsJam that you can tell me about?
Yeah, so my anytime touchdown score, you didn't ask me. I'm a little disappointed.
I'm sorry.
T. Higgins, all right, +190. That's where I'm going for my anytime touchdown score in that game. As far as plus EV goes, looks like 9% here. Expected value on Mahomes over 2.5 touchdowns, +116 on FanDuel, -120 on Pinnacle, 32-cent difference there in the market with. So a little bit outside of range, but I think definitely worth playing there. Pringle, who Mike mentioned, over 39.5 receiving yards, +110 at DraftKings. Almost 4% of expected value there. It's -113 on Pinnacle. So Pringle over 39.5 receiving yards. Jamar Chase over 5.5 receptions, -130 at Caesars, -160 on Pinnacle. So value there in the over. Clyde Edwards-Helaire over 36.5 rushing yards, +100 on Caesars, -118 on Pinnacle. And then the last one, or I guess there are two. No, this is the last one. Chiefs -4 first half spread. Super tight market, 15 cents. You can get that -110 on Caesars. I will tell you it's only about 1.2% of expected value. So that might be one you wait on a little bit. But the market width definitely tells you Chiefs -4 in the first half is a solid play. And I mean, if we remember what happened in Cincinnati, I mean, the Chiefs destroyed him in the first half, and the Bengals came back. So that's it for plus EV on the Chiefs-Bengals game.
Okay, all right. Higgins,
one thing to note, though, Chiefs have been down at half in 7 of their last 8 playoff games. So been starting slow. But I agree. I think this game, pedal to the metal.
I think it's obvious no matter if this thing's within a one possession game and there's 5 seconds on the clock and Kansas City has the ball, there's still a chance. I mean, simple as that.
I think we will see a squib kick this week if it happens. All right. The 49ers at the LA Cronkies, as I like to call him, Stan Kroenke with his shades on in the box, the VIP box. What a joke! He's just a joke. And now they're trying to keep from getting any 49ers fans into that stupid stadium that houses 2 football teams in a city that could care less about football. They could care less about the NFL. That's why the 49ers are going to be having home field advantage. Kyle Shanahan is going to kick McVay's butt again, just like he kicked Aaron Rodgers' butt. Did I not tell you guys that it was going to happen? It's over. The 49ers are going to the Super Bowl. 49ers, Chiefs, all the way. I am taking the 49ers, by the way, plus 3.5, and give me Debo for 2+ touchdowns.
Love Debo.
I love Debo as well, but
Bob, I think it's worth noting you say the city of LA doesn't care about the Rams. St. Louis didn't either. So just want to
once again, we will go back and look at the attendance records from when that team was in LA the first time to now. Sorry, buddy, you are 199% wrong. And they had teams that were winning divisions back then. Okay,
Bob,
you're wrong. You're
when
wrong.
I was a kid,
just
let me tell this story. When I was a kid and I went to the St. Louis Rams games,
oh my God,
I could have gotten tickets for next week's game. Like they were literally on the windshield of season ticket holders because the Rams were so bad. And let's not forget, as they were nearing the end of their time in St. Louis, you would think that maybe the fans would show up. No, instead we weren't even showing those on TV because they didn't want to broadcast them. It was pathetic. No,
LA people are not buying Rams tickets. They're not.
Neither were St. Louis people.
It is when you go to LA, it is the visiting team home field advantage, dude. I'm telling you right now, you're 199% wrong.
When a majority of the fans in St. Louis were dressed as seats, there's a problem.
When you're 1-15, man, that is a problem, dude. You gotta be with any team.
Dressed as seats, man.
You're too young.
Bob,
you're too young to remember.
Shut it down and take a seat.
Mike, go.
Dress yourself as a seat, Bob. You need. I mean, wow. All right, 49ers, Rams. I've been against the Rams, against them. I was high on them at one point. I was sipping on the Kool-Aid, and then I was like, nah, I don't want no part of it. I know how the Rams are. I can't buy into Matthew Stafford. Well, I've gone against them enough, and now I've got to jump on because I don't think San Francisco has enough. San Francisco's offense is set up for Jimmy Garoppolo to not screw the game up somehow, some way, and they're going to do as little as possible with him so he doesn't. Von Miller is looking like Von Miller now. This guy is 100% in shape now. I think he's going to be a huge difference. You're not going to be able to do as much against this Rams defense as you have been in these other 2 matchups. And by the way, that Green Bay game, let's not act like San Francisco's offense did a dang thing. See that? See how I caught myself? They didn't do anything. And I think that the fact that Odell Beckham, Bob, your boy, has made a difference on this football team 100%. He has made a difference. You cannot tell me he hasn't. And Cam Akers, I know he put the ball on the ground. Cam Akers has stepped up and been a big-time running back for them that they've needed here in these playoffs.
Okay, so you're picking.
I'm taking the Rams. I have to now. If I stay going against them, I already know what's going to happen. They're gonna win, and then I'm going to have gone against them again and look like a fool.
All right, so there you go.
My anytime touchdown scorer, the guy himself, Bob, your favorite receiver in the NFL, OBJ.
Oh my God. Get him out of here. Kick him out. Put him backstage. Get him out of the studio. All right, Steve, what do you got?
If you would have told me that the Niners wouldn't score an offensive touchdown, I would have bet $3,000 on the Packers. Or wait, I already did that. No, but no. Yeah, I agree with Mike. As much as I hate this team, the Lambs, I like them to get it done. If you just bet the team in the playoffs this year who is the better quarterback, you'd be perfect against the spread because the spread is yet to come into play. The better quarterback has won and covered every single game. Not saying it's always that simple, but more often than not it is. In this round, I think the spread's only come into play one time over the past decade. So it's pick the winner. Spread takes care of itself. I can't back Jimmy G. I thought he was the worst quarterback in the playoffs, especially last week when it was down to the final 8.
Mm-hmm.
No big fan of Stafford, but Jimmy G's horrendous. I don't trust him at all. And I also don't trust Shanahan. All the talks about how, the Niners own the Rams, and they do, but I like the Rams. I'm with Mike. That defense has really come around. That was an impressive win last week. It really was. I mean, yeah, they almost blew it, but they found a way to win. And I think, we're going to get a Rams-Chiefs Super Bowl.
Okay. Anytime touchdown score?
I'll take the chalk. Cooper Kupp.
Okay. All right. Very quickly, you know that Stafford's going to throw a pick 6 in this game.
So you know what? That's the other. That's the other bet that I like. Defensive or special teams touchdown. I think it's like plus 250. Lock show. There might be multiple.
Right.
I think Jimmy G will throw one. Stafford will throw one. Who knows? But
Jimmy G may not even throw the ball. What are you saying? All right, Randall, you're up. What do you got there, buddy?
Well, I mean, my love for the Rams. 2-0 this year in the playoffs, picking them. So
okay.
I hate this Rams team. I'm not going to pick them this week though, in hopes that they lose, because I do think that they lose. I think there's a lot being made on Twitter from some of these clowns out there about how hard it is to beat a team three times in a row, which it is. I do, or 3 times in 1 year. There is something to that. They've beat them 8 in a row, on and on and on. So I'm taking the Niners on the money line against the Rams. I think that the Rams, they just beat the Super Bowl champs. Not saying that they're going to be flat, but I think that was the way that game unfolded, and the way, they had to not come back and win it, but they had to win the game in a game that they never had any business blowing a lead like that. I just think that it's a tough spot. I guess you could make the same case for the Niners. The Niners really had no business winning that game either, outside of the blocked punt. But I don't know. This Niners team, I feel like they cover the spread. I feel like they win the game. And the Rams are not playing at home for the Super Bowl, Bob. As far as plus EV goes in this game, looks like just 4 options right now. This is the later game on Sunday, so you should start to see some more pop throughout the weekend. But your boy, Odell Beckham, over 4.5 receptions, plus 150 on Caesars. Over 4.5 catches, plus 150 on Caesars, plus 121 on Pinnacle. Brandon Ayuk, who is my anytime touchdown scorer, and I also have a play on this as well, over 48.5 receiving yards, plus 100 on Caesars, minus 126 on Pinnacle. Like that a lot. Van Jefferson, over 30.5 receiving yards, minus 115 on PointsBet, minus 147 on Pinnacle. And then Jimmy G, under 20.5 completions, minus 114 on FanDuel, minus 131 on Pinnacle. So those are the plays for, or the plus EV plays that are at least up for this week. I probably should have been looking in New Jersey whenever I was looking at these games, but actually it looks like they're pretty well all of the same across the board. I'm not seeing any at any of the other books. So those are the player props. That last one that I mentioned, Jimmy G, it's only a 1% EV play. So maybe one you stay away from, the under 20.5. not a lot of expected value there. 32-cent difference in the market with.
Okay, so who's your anytime?
Brandon Ayuk.
Okay, all right, very good.
Plus,
so
plus 290.
Plus 290. All right, so
hey, Bob, one final word.
Go ahead, quickly.
One final word. You realize if the Rams win this game, that will be 2 Super Bowls they will have been in, and this one will be in L.A. in their home building, that beautiful stadium that Stan Kroenke built for the team since they left St. Louis. That will be 2 Super Bowls.
I'm glad you're telling me about that. I have no idea why you even.
You know why? Because I have to listen to you talk about the same old with them.
Now, Randall won the Survivor pool, and he wins this cup because this is my cup. I'm kind of a big deal. Now we are going to transfer this cup to Randall. He now will keep it for a year.
You look more like that thing in the cup.
Thank you. That's my little brother here.
Anyway. As Steve said before we came live, you do look like you're dressed for Halloween, Bob.
Do I? Hey, go Blues, baby. Stanley.
Of course. Here we go. Bob, you've always got a Blues shirt on, man. I told you, put something else on.
That's all I'm gonna wear from now on. Hockey.
Hey, do I get to pick? Do I get to pick my survivor this week since I'm the only one left, or is it just over?
It's over. You win. Okay.
I didn't know if I got to pick. I mean, there might be people watching that are still alive that have been following my plays. Hopefully they weren't following you.
Hey, I'll tell you what. That's his choice. He won the pool. That's his decision. You know what? Do it.
I'm losing control as a host of this show. That's all I'm saying right now. Whatever you want to do, Randall. I'd like anybody's following your survivor picks. I mean, really, dude. Seriously. What do you think?
Hey, if you guys are listen, if you guys are following Randall's survivor picks, just roast this guy Bob right now and let him know.
Okay, look, just understand one thing, guys. Matthew Stafford cannot handle pressure. He has thrown more pick sixes than any quarterback in the NFL this year. It's going to happen. He's not a winner. He's a loser. Odell Beckham's a loser.
He's 2-0 in the playoffs.
Are a loser.
He's 2-0 in the playoffs.
And that ends OddsJam TV for this week. Hopefully I get a little more respect from you next week. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we'll be here next Friday, probably around 1:30 Central Time, 2:30 Eastern Time. Bob, Mike, Randall, Steve, see you later.